No, I got an email picture from the dog breeder. She's like, she sent me a picture and she's like, oh, they're born, and she 9 puppies, and I'm like, good lord, it's
Yeah, that's
quite the
crazy.
litter. And then she tells me all the ones that are in it. She's like, oh, there's this many males and females, and they're these colors and blah blah blah.
You're getting a male, right?
I wanted a female.
What? Why?
Toby's a male.
What, you want him a banger?
No, but I want a girl dog. So he's what you call a tricolor. So these Aussies come out in like the merle, and it's like that scatter spot color that you've seen on like Simon when he was here. And I'm like, I did the whole thing with on the application, like telling her my preferences and all that stuff that I would want. And then like I didn't get a bad message back, but it was like, oh, we'll take into consideration your choice, but we want a dog that's going to fit the temperament of your family. And I'm like, my family is me, Cassidy, and Toby.
Yeah, right?
Like, we're young, we're active, we go out and do a lot of things. We take Toby everywhere. I can't imagine there's anything that would limit the dog that we would get. And then I'm kind of getting upset because I'm like, I don't know what order of deposit that we made, if there were people that made deposits before us, but if we're like first on the list, we should get first dibs
Yeah, absolutely.
choice, because, and I hate to say this, but like when you break it down, I'm actually paying you for a product. Now I know dogs are not products, but I'm giving you money
Yeah. Yeah, I
for
agree. I agree 100%.
a service, I guess. I don't know what else to say, and I should get. Now I don't anticipate it being a problem. I'm sure we'll get a female like we want.
A bitch.
There's 2 of them. Yeah. Yes. The correct usage of the term. I'm sure we'll get what we're looking for, but I'm like, and then Cassidy's got this aunt that's big into like dog breeding and boarding and all that stuff, and she wrote Cassidy like this fucking novel text message about it's not the color or the sex, it's all about the fit. And I'm like, how the fuck do you know after 6 weeks of this dog being alive? How do you know what it's going to mature into?
Yeah.
Nobody knows, but
My cousin used to be that way too, so I don't know. Maybe my cousin still is. Christina, if you're watching, comment. I know 100% you're not watching, and you're probably never going to watch.
I wish there was
I'm
a
gonna
way to
tag
make
you.
the red light. You know, the red light is the camera that you're supposed to talk into.
Yeah.
This one,
Okay.
but sometimes this one.
I'll try to work it with my eyes.
No, it's
I can-
this one.
Maybe I can go cross-eyed and look at them both at the same time.
You said it looked cool when I was switching between cameras when you watched a little bit. So
Yeah.
now that I've got both cameras, I'd love to get a third camera rolling.
It looks like it's some
Oh, hold on,
ESPN
the
shit.
logo is not.
Are we live?
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, hey everybody! Welcome to Fast Talk Podcast. Fast Talk Worldwide.
Well, I thought I would get a rant in because I hardly get a rant in.
Yeah,
before.
well, because you're more even-natured, calm, and keeled than I am. I'm like a fucking crazy nut job. I actually even had what really grinds my gears today. I don't remember what it was, but I had what grinds my gears. My name is Matt. That's Peter. Sully, if you will, for the Bostonians out there. Today is NFL preview day. It's 2022. We're going to kick off our new fiscal year
Yeah, I would
right
say
now
this
today.
officially always kicks off the fiscal year. I believe our first ever one was an NFL preview podcast.
Yeah.
Sometime in late August, early September 2018.
And the Patriots won the Super Bowl that year. I don't know if you remember.
Did they?
Yeah. You know, they beat the Rams 13-3 in what
That was
I
52?
consider like the 53. One of the best Super Bowls to
You
ever
would
happen.
be one of the few that
One of the top 6 for
Okay.
sure. Certainly top 6.
definitely top 6. But we like to go. Yeah, we like to hit this. Pick our winners. I only wrote down division winners, but I'm sure off the top of my head I can go.
Yeah, I figure
Okay.
like we don't have to do like an analysis of every team, right? Like, I don't think either of us are really qualified to do an analysis of every team. We just we'll go through the divisions, pick a division winner. I wrote down the win totals for everything. I think
I wrote down the win totals.
Yeah, you wrote
You've got
your
the
picks.
official.
I got from Boyd Gaming today because I don't do station casinos anymore. Those fuckers refused to pay me for a bet that I won for the Super Bowl. I bet will there be failed point after attempt. Everybody who saw the Super Bowl knows there was a failed point after attempt. They won't pay me because they say it was a 2-point conversion. But it wasn't.
Oh.
It wasn't because a 2-point conversion is snapped from the 2-yard line. A point after attempt is snapped from the 15. And since that ball was snapped from the 15, it makes it a point after attempt. But Station Casino is firm on their bullshit, basically saying we don't want to pay you. So I will never again spend any money at them. Not their buffets, not their lunches, not their gambling, not their nothing. They have lost my business forever. Fuck you, Frank
There you go.
Fertitta and
Station
company.
Casinos.
Here's a rant for you.
You got it in there.
What division you want to do first? Or do you want to talk about
I got
Phil
a
Kessel?
beer.
Oh, yeah, dude. Check this out. It's fucking sparkly,
Over here.
man. Like, do you watch the Stony McBlaze on TikTok?
No.
All right. Stony McBlaze is the official, I'm going to call it right now. He is the official stoner TikTok of Fast Talk Podcast. This guy is fucking awesome. I'm going to show you, I'm going to write this down to show you his stuff. If you're watching, check this guy's stuff out. Like, I feel like if he saw this stuff, he would go crazy because he's always like high as
So
fuck.
this is this is a pun on the Ecto Cooler, which is an infamous high C drink.
We all drank it in the 90s. It was dope, but
Yeah.
it wasn't sparkly like this, man. That is
So
sparkly.
this is from Voodoo Beer Co. Put that there. From Pennsylvania, and somehow has made it all the way out to Total Wine there. And
Speaking of
Yeah.
PA, I'm
so
wearing
it's
it.
a Berliner Weiss. It's a German style.
German.
Kind of similar to like a Hefeweizen for the non-beer experts. Not a Hefeweizen. Don't call me out, beer assholes. But
the journal fuckers.
yeah, it's
got my
like a
German.
German style Weiss. Obviously, kind of gives it away.
Sorry, I hate the journal fuckers.
It's like a sour type beer, so hopefully I like it.
I just like, hey, if it doesn't taste good, like that is the biggest fucking buzzkill ever. Cause that can is awesome. Sparklies, dude. Like they should put like little edible glitters and shit in there.
Might be too sweet for me. That's very sweet.
Is it?
No.
Well, it's supposed to be like Ecto Cooler.
Yeah, that's it. It tastes like Ecto Cooler.
Oh, what?
It's good. It's just really sweet. It's gonna take me a while to drink that. I can guarantee you.
Ecto Cooler.
But for those
beer.
nostalgic folks our age that were fans of Ecto Cooler, remember Squeeze It?
Like
Squeeze
the
It was the
Kool-Aids?
plastic bottle
Yeah,
with
yeah,
the
yeah.
twisty top, and
Yeah,
you would
yeah.
just chug it in one squeeze.
Hated those things. Hated them.
I also had a friend in high school who would call Capri Suns Capra Sun. Because, you know, there's always somebody that's got to be that asshole like that. So he would call it Capra Sun. Nate, I'm talking to you, even though you won't see this.
Damn it, Nate. What the hell, Nate?
Yeah, Capra Sun. And I mean, all Capri Suns tasted the same. Pacific Cooler, Mountain Cooler, Wild Berry, Kiwi, Strawberry. It doesn't matter what it was. To me, it tasted...
No, I respectfully disagree. Kiwi strawberry was gross.
Okay.
I would not drink that. But all the rest of them, Mountain Cooler, Tropical Cooler.
Pacific Cooler for me, that was definitely the one to go to.
Who else some sort of cooler? I liked the Tropical, I think, but my best. I don't know.
But yeah, Phil Kessel signed.
Phil Kessel
With
coming
the
to the Golden
VGK.
Knights. I DM'd him to try to come on this podcast. He did not respond. Don't know if he thought maybe like he only responds to hot dogs and hot chicks. I am neither, but I do know my way around a hot dog. That's for sure.
It's a glizzy is the official term now. I don't know if you've heard that.
No,
Oh, it's like the not millennial. What is it now? Gen Z
Gen Z. Yeah.
term for a hot dog is a glizzy.
What?
Yeah.
You know, these kids are so goddamn stupid. Why do you have to make up a name for a new thing? Like
Words you thought you'd never say. I never thought kids are so goddamn stupid.
it's a fucking hot dog. Like, what's wrong with calling it a hot dog?
I don't. I'd have to look up the
I mean,
founding of the word glizzy, but glizzy.
is it racially insensitive?
No, I just think
Like, what's wrong with?
because kids don't want to use their folks' terminology.
So
You know,
to see
you gotta come up with a different name. And glizzy.
glizzy, that's
This is ecto cooler.
all right. Hold on, I'm just like Urban Dictionarying that right now.
We were supposed to have Bears guy on, but he got called in to protect and serve, so we'll give him a pass.
It's
I'm curious if Anthony would know glizzy. Bears guy.
you know, like, listen, I'm not in favor of some of the things Anthony has to carry or Bears guy has to carry while he's working. But if Bears guy wanted to shoot a kid for calling a hot dog a glizzy, I would totally excuse that. Like, I'm anti-gun, but if anybody who says glizzy to refer to a hot dog, I'm all for shooting them. This Urban Dictionary definition says either a hot dog, sometimes a gun, or a dick. So you could have like, let's say you grabbed your dick, grabbed your gun, and then shot a kid with a hot dog. You could have a glizzy in each hand, and you just killed the kid with the glizzy.
Glizzy on glizzy.
Glizzy on glizzy.
Crime. Anyway,
Apparently it's from
$1.5 million. DC.
Yeah.
1.5 million. So I think
I think it's a
you
great
can't
deal.
get mad at that deal.
I think it's a great deal. Plus, like, he kills the Knights. I mean, he only plays them 4 times
He
a year.
has got like 2 hat tricks against
But
us in
he
a couple
does
games.
he does kill the Knights, so, you know,
He's
hey,
good on the
if
power
you can't
play
beat
from
him,
what
get
I
him to
hear.
join you.
So
And
44 assists last year.
Not
So
bad.
what do? You gonna put him with Eichel and Stone?
No, I put him on the third line. He's a good third liner.
With
Why and
Stevenson?
no, Stevenson centers your fourth line. I don't know. We'll get to that when we do VGK preview. That gets its own podcast.
Yes, it does.
I might get 2 podcasts because
Important-
it's a fucking nightmare. this
Important
year.
enough info and relevant that we address.
Yeah, it's big for
So we'll get into that.
1/3
Aces
of our watching.
into the conference finals.
It's like, I mean, it works out that
WNBA
it's conference finals, but technically it's like just WNBA semifinals. But it works out that Vegas and Seattle are one semifinal, and Connecticut and Chicago from the Eastern Conference are the other semifinal. So the OCD in me is quite pleased that it works out that way. Vegas and Seattle starts Sunday. I think it's sold out. They're saying
Hey man, I'd
As
like
of
to see
today-
that stadium full. So
the thing is
cool.
they don't sell like 4 sections, so maybe they did. Maybe they opened it up. It'll be awesome if it is sold out. You know, they've played 4 times this year. Vegas won 3 of the games. All 4 of them were hotly contested games that came down in the fourth quarter, and I have no doubt that that'll
5.
happen in the 3 games that Vegas sweeps.
oh, there you go.
Yeah, I don't think we lose for the rest of the way, man.
Okay. They were looking really good against Phoenix there.
Phoenix, that doesn't count.
That's
Phoenix had
Diana
themselves a
Taurasi.
year. Like, first, it starts off with Griner. They have Skylar Diggins bullshit. Tina Charles says she wants out and ends up leaving the team. Diana Taurasi. Kia Nurse is out for the year. Then in game 1 of the playoffs, like, Shea Petty gets hurt. Like, they don't have anybody left.
Except for my girl Diamond.
Diamond DeShields was pretty much all they had, and man, she brought it in game 2, but unfortunately, there's 4 other girls on the court that needed to bring it too, and they didn't.
All right. Well, we'll see what game 1 brings here on Sunday. Is it here? Yeah,
It's
obviously.
here, yeah, with the number 1 seed.
Cool.
Let's go Aces! Bring it, girls! Bring it.
Aviators in the playoffs.
I don't know. I don't pay attention. I'll follow the Aces, Reno Aces, when it comes to AAA.
Go.
I am gonna watch. I'm going to the Aviators on Saturday. It's free football jersey night. Because what says minor league baseball more than a football jersey?
It's a good transition.
Speaking of football, yeah, let's go right into the NFL preview.
I was trying to see if there's any thing of note. New faces, new places. I mean, we've talked about Russell Wilson.
To me, and let's start with this division. Yeah, we talked about Russell Wilson. I think the most intriguing one is Matty Ice in Indiana or Indianapolis.
You want to start with the South?
Let's start with the AFC South. Why not, right? Like, there's no rules here,
Nope. Who was last year's winner? Tennessee? They were the 1 seed overall, weren't they?
I do not remember.
Or was it Kansas City? I don't remember. One of those years. So Tennessee is like your defending champ. Yeah, Indy goes from Phillip Rivers to Matty Ice.
Different starting quarterback, I guess.
Oh, Rivers, Carson Wentz.
Rivers, Wentz last year. Now Matty Ice, and they had Jacoby, and then they had Andy Luck.
Can't believe he retired when he did, but
yeah. So it's at least 5 straight years they've had a different starting quarterback, which is amazing. I mean, and they're still a pretty decent team. I think they win the division.
Leonard. I wish they hadn't gotten Matty Ice, because then maybe my boy Sammy could have got the start. Yeah, he was looking all right in the preseason. I didn't watch too closely. I just saw that he was in one game, so I looked and watched him just because I gotta have some Longhorn love.
It's funny. I was watching.
He's got a lot of Tebow in him, unfortunately. I feel like.
Yeah. Say a little prayer for Sam. I was watching one of their games. I don't remember who they were playing. Preseason game, but he was in, and the announcer kept calling him Ellinger. And then the second half came on, and he's like, Twitter, everybody on Twitter is such nice people. They informed me that I've been saying Sam's names wrong. So for everybody on Twitter, I just want to nicely apologize and say I'm sorry for saying Sam's name's wrong. It's Ellinger, and I was cracking up because they weren't nice on Twitter.
No,
but
they're never nice on Twitter.
The announcer,
I did hesitate for a second. I thought this South might have some storylines potentially, and potentially the worst team in the entire league.
In the Texans.
Yeah, so I have got Tennessee at 12-5. I've got Indy at 10-7, Jacksonville at 7-10, and then Houston at 3-14.
See, I didn't do.
You had the lines to look at.
So I got Indy. Their win total is 10, and I got them in the over. Tennessee, their win total is 9.5. I think that's an easy over. That should be like the overest of overs. Jags are 6.5. I got the under there, and Texans are 4.5, and I got the under there.
Oh, I think Jacksonville makes a step forward.
I don't even know who their quarterback is. Trevor Lawrence. He sucks.
Got Doug Pederson.
Sucks too.
Head coach, quarterback guru. They get rid of all that.
Don't like
they
that.
did sign a lot of free agents. They signed a left tackle. They got some defense. That Miles Jack guy, he's good. Not sure about anybody in their secondary, but I think you give them 2 years, and I think if Lawrence pans out, they'll be a good team.
Yeah, it's like Blake Bortles.
But I got
Bortles.
I got Indy 10-7 because I don't know what Matty Ice is what he's still got.
I think he's
don't know.
I
It's
think
a
he's
new
going to be
system.
rejuvenated, dude. I mean,
could be, yeah.
I mean,
It's
he
T.Y.
had nothing
here.
around
I don't know
him.
if T.Y. is healthy.
They got Pittman. I think Pittman's their wide receiver 1. They got that running back.
Joseph Adai?
Yeah, Joseph Adai and Edgerrin James. In the backfield. Those guys just going to tear it up. Marshall Faulk's going to come out as well. It's going to be a 3-headed running back of Hall of Famers. And
I don't think Adai is a Hall of Famer.
yeah, that was going to be my next line. And could have been Hall of Famers if they stayed in Indy the rest of their lives. Adai's a guy that went to New England and failed too.
Yeah, but I just don't. I'm not gonna dethrone Tennessee yet. I'm not there yet. So
the thing with Tennessee is Tennessee lives and dies on the shoulders and the legs of Derrick Henry. And I hate to admit it. I love Derrick Henry. When he's healthy, the workload that they give him is insane. At some point or another, it's just gonna wear him out, and I think that's coming this year. I think
Could
they're
be.
gonna use him too much.
Could be. Definitely could use
I mean,
a spell.
we saw that he gets hurt. You know, he's you gotta limit him to like. The hard thing is he's so damn good, but don't overwork him. You know, keep it to 25 to 30 carries a game,
20 to
max
25.
30. You know, like all right, yeah, you're saying max 25. Like that's, you know, they just give it to him way too much, and I hate for that. To see a guy like him who's so damn good, who's been so damn good, a Heisman Trophy winner at the collegiate level, just overworked. And I don't even know who Tennessee's quarterback is. Vince Young?
It's Ryan Tannehill.
Still? Tannehill's still in the league? I mean, Jesus Christ. Good for
They
Tannehill.
drafted that kid from Liberty.
My little brother?
I can't think of his name.
James!
The kid from Liberty.
James, you playing QB
got
for the Titans?
Potential. And remember the whole fiasco. Tannehill was doing his Brett Favre. He's like, well, I don't have to mentor a rookie. Blah blah blah. I'm only here to do my job and blah. And then everyone
that's fine,
kind of
yeah.
forgot about it. But I don't hold Ryan Tannehill to. He doesn't have to mentor anybody.
He doesn't. I mean, it's not in his contract.
So I'm gonna stick with Tennessee. A lot because I like Vrabel as well as a coach.
Hey, how can you not like
So-
Vrabel?
I'm gonna go with that. You got Indy.
Yep. You want to do the other South now?
Oh, I don't care.
Let's do the other South, the NFC South.
We don't have to go in order.
Yeah, we can bounce around the board. Like, who cares, right? Who gives a damn?
This one's up
Whatever.
in the air because
It's not. No, it's not.
remember like the first time we did it and we were like anybody but Tampa,
Yeah,
and now it's like for me
Now
it
it's
could be
Tampa.
anybody but Atlanta.
I think it's Tampa and nobody else. Like, you said you thought Houston might be the worst team in the NFL. I think Atlanta might be the worst team in the NFL.
You got Mariota. He's not horrible. Mariota's not horrible.
Mariota is
Might
not
win you a
horrible, but Mariota is 1 out of 53, and Kyle Pitts is 1 out of 53, and then there's 51 other guys that are garbage. I don't know who else is on Atlanta. Calvin Ridley is probably sitting at the sports book with me. I think he's still out for suspended for the year, right?
I don't actually know.
In the NFL, where you can have 32 sexual assault allegations against you, but not be suspended as much as a guy who bets $200 on himself to catch 8 passes in a game. Yeah.
I think if it's limited to betting on yourself, I think that should be okay.
Well, Roger Goodell disagrees.
Well, fuck you.
So does the late Faye Vincent.
I actually have New Orleans winning the South, so
with Jameis?
I'm gonna bank on Jameis. Yes,
Just because Michael Thomas is back.
and their defense is good.
Well, folks, you heard it here first. He's nuts.
I got
Keep
them
going.
I don't have them doing well. I mean, 11-6 is okay, and I got Tampa at 10-7, and I got Carolina at 8-9. Big Show. He's gonna win some games, but he can't carry a team. He's shown in Cleveland. He can't. He's a good quarterback, but he can't carry a team. And then I actually have Atlanta at 5-12.
So you have him flat on the push on the over-under.
I guess so.
We'll get there.
But yeah, no, Brady drama. He's been out. You know, Arians is gone.
Well,
Todd Bowles, right?
Todd Bowles.
Todd Bowles.
Todd Bowles is a garbage head coach. But I think Todd Bowles, when he accepted the head coaching job, he knew that offensively, that's just not his thing. He's just not going to touch it. There's Brady and Byron, and they're going to run the offense there. And that's good because he's a defensive dude, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes,
And
I think
he's-
they're leaning on too many old guys.
Yeah, well, they got some old guys, but until that old guy behind center
Not even
shows that
You got
he's not good.
Fournette, who's Tom Brady years in running back now. Like, you might as well round up to as many years as Brady's been in the league for Fournette. 'Cause that's how running backs go.
Yeah, it's true. Sean Alexander, R.I.P.
Godwin and Mike Evans. I mean,
Still among the best. They lost their top-notch wide receiver.
Grunk's retired. He's not coming
tight
out.
end.
OJ Howard, I don't know. He never panned out too much. I don't even know if
That's
he's still
because
on
of
the roster.
Gronk. OJ Howard. Let's just take a peek of that.
I'm just.
Do they still have Cameron Brate?
I know they say they don't bet against
OJ
Brady,
Howard.
but he retired, man. He was done.
And then he got home and realized, like, oh shit, OJ Howard's on the Bills.
Oh, there we go. And even OJ Howard isn't on the roster anymore.
There we go.
Cameron Brate. Is Brate still on there? Is he the tight end? Scotty McDonald, whatever, his Edelman,
Tampa Bay Buccaneers tight ends.
his new Edelman, his new Amendola,
Oh.
Wes Welker,
Guess who
Scotty
it is?
something,
Kyle Rudolph.
Kyle Rudolph. Okay,
Rudolph, the red-shirted tight end. Red jersey tight end, I guess.
knocked the
'cause
Saints out of the playoffs a couple years ago with that
Yep.
catch in overtime.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna stick with the Saints. Even with Sean Payton gone, Drew Brees gone, I'm gonna go with Jameis.
These guys, I don't know how
Dennis
to make
Allen, I
friends with
think,
these
is the
people
coach.
that like the Saints.
Yeah, I don't know how you do it.
I don't know how y'all like them.
It's almost like they were the only football team that came to the city I lived in when the hurricane hit.
Well, hey, listen.
And
If a hurricane hit Vegas, maybe the Raiders would go. We'd probably go to Oakland. But I got Tampa winning the division. If you couldn't tell, their over under or win total is 11.5. I got the over there. I think they're probably a 13-14 win team.
wow.
I hate to admit it because I can't stand Brady. I hate his fucking guts. But I don't deny that he's the best
Until
quarterback in the league.
he retires.
I hate him. Yes. Truly, there's like a few things I hate in this world. There's Yankee fans and the Yankee players. That's like
Except for
one
Benny.
1A. Yeah, Andrew Benintendi, he doesn't count because he didn't willingly go to the Yankees, and he went 0-for-4 in his first game as a Yankee and struck out on 3 pitches in his first at bat. Still love you, Benny. And I hate people who take the dust covers off of books. Those people, you deserve to die a terrible death. There is a special place in hell for you fuckers. And Tom Brady, he's right up there, like with those people. Fuck him. Anybody that breaks my heart, you're on my feces list forever. And then, like, I don't know, the rest of the division, like Atlanta's last. Their win total is 5. I
feel like the story is Baker Mayfield to Carolina.
Yeah,
in the South.
Their win total is 6.5.
Over.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
You get Bake Show with a healthy McCaffrey. That's a big if.
That's the thing. Like
Healthy McCaffrey.
a healthy
such a big
McCaffrey
if.
just it doesn't exist.
That's like oxymoron.
You give me 17 games of Christian McCaffrey, and I'm taking that over all day. Like, hey, if you want to throw some money down, let's go do it, and we'll just pray to Jesus Christ every single day or every single Sunday that Christian stays healthy, and we'll be good. But I don't know. Narland's win total is 8 and a hook, and I got the under on that. So
Obviously,
I got 3
I'm taking
unders, and I
over all
got the
day.
over. On the bottom.
Okay, not bad.
And so I'm gonna write Pete, New Orleans.
Like you're saving this sheet of paper.
Yes. Goes into the pile of papers, I say. I was
It's
watching.
documented here though, so.
I was watching a video on TikTok. This is just an aside, folks. And this girl's like, so I'm an adult and I've been diagnosed with ADHD, and this is what an ADHD person's notebooks looks like. And she opened up her notebook, and it was just like some random shit written down. And she's at all these old notebooks, and I was like, she's like, look, these things are circled, that means something. These things are squared, that means something. Look at this shit. Circled, squares, like, I was like, that's what my fucking notebooks look like. She's like, oh, these are doodles, who knows what they mean. And I was like, maybe I'm an ADHD kid. Maybe like I should have had Ritalin. Somebody give me some Ritalin.
Yeah, over it now.
Dr. Greg, if you're watching, prescribe me some Ritalin. I'm 41. I need it. 32 years too late. Should have had it when I was 9. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, let's go to another division.
Let's do the AFC North then.
AFC North. Okay. Cleveland is off.
Off the book?
Yeah.
Yeah. I can imagine.
Because we don't even know who their quarterback. Well, we know now who their quarterback is. Jacoby Brissett.
Set.
I mean, like, how many teams is he gonna start for? He started for New England, Indy, Miami, now Cleveland. Who else?
That's probably it.
He's a fucking winner, dude. Like, the fact that he don't get like a permanent starting job,
It says a lot about his game, I think.
I would take him over.
Just good enough to get a start, but
I would take him over. What's the guy? Davis Mills. If I'm Houston, like I'm playing with Davis Mills, and even if I'm Pittsburgh and I got Mitchell Trubisky, I'd take Jacoby Brissett over that. I mean, obviously Cleveland ain't gonna trade him, but he's that guy that you sign him to be a backup because you're comfortable that if something happens, he's gonna keep you in games as a starter. And I got nothing but love and respect for Jacoby Brissett. He's a great guy. He's a great quarterback. He's a Super Bowl champion, and I want nothing but the best for him. There's no win total for the Browns this year.
I got him at 6-11.
I had 7-10, but I think so. We're on the same page with kind of where Cleveland is, and I mean, hopefully he keeps them in the stretch. Deshaun's out for what, 6 games? 11 games. Shit. So if he can have them at 5-6 or 6-5, through 11 games, and then Deshaun
you
comes
gotta
back.
take into account the media shitstorm that it's going to be with them having Deshaun Watson on the roster, and even if he got not acquitted, but he paid off all the masseuses.
He Kobe'd himself out of it. I hate to say it, but that's a new verb.
Kobe'd himself out of it.
Am I wrong?
No, you are absolutely
I'm like,
right.
that's what it is. Listen, as a football player, I've always liked Deshaun Watson. And I hate to admit it because he's a Clemson motherfucker, but he beat the shit out of my boys in championship game after championship game after championship game. I think there were actually only 2. Excuse me. But he's a great quarterback. I actually even named my fantasy team after him a couple years ago.
What's in your wallet? Yeah.
Watson, your wallet, yeah. And I mean, I didn't know any of the behind the scenes things, and I regret doing it. But he's a good QB. He's smart, and it'll be almost 2 years of football that it'll be gone when he comes back.
Exactly.
Is he gonna be ready? There's gonna be 6 games for him to play, 5 games to play, 6 games for him to play, and is he gonna be able to go 6-0? Obviously not. But it's it's a very intriguing situation to me. I'm actually even gonna star Cleveland. My pen's not working. There it is. As something to watch when he comes back. Jacoby Brissett, though. If you can keep him around 500, they'll be okay. That's what we want.
Pittsburgh next at 8-9. I don't. There's just too much pride in that team. You got no quarterback. Big Ben is gone. I don't think Trubisky's the answer. I don't.
It's kind of sad looking at
Najee having to go there. He's like the one bright spot.
Juju's gone. Juju's in KC now. But the thing about Pittsburgh is that whenever you count them out, they just come out and say,
"Hey, I don't
hey,
think
fuck
Mike
you
Tomlin
guys."
has ever been under 500 as a coach.
I think you're right in that.
He's always had Big Ben.
Their win total 7.5, and I got the under, so I don't.
I
think
got him at
500.
8-9.
I got no love for Mitchell Trubisky. Ray, if you're watching, I know you've said this time and time again that he got the short end of the stick in Chicago. We were talking earlier, maybe some of his Buffalo coaching and winningness kind of rubbed off on him. But
Possible. Dable.
Yeah, they're just he's just not a good quarterback, and
Too much Tebow in him too.
you said Rudolph is gonna end up
No,
being
I didn't.
dude.
I said Pickett, the rookie.
Oh, Pickett,
Kenny Pickett.
Yeah.
I think the rookie's going to end up starting by the end, but I just don't count out the talent. You had a sack leader, baby JJ,
TJ,
JJ's little brother,
and you got that kid
Najee.
my boy.
He was on my
wear
fantasy team
I
last
should have
year.
worn my Crimson Tide hat.
He was on my fantasy team last
Yeah,
year.
don't you dare draft him this year.
I
Like, I'm not drafting somebody that didn't go to Alabama this year.
I got Cincy next. I do not have them winning the division. Everyone's sucking their dick. Super Bowl hangover is real.
Defending
Super Bowl
AFC
hangover is
champions.
real.
Yeah, says the guy whose team made it to 2 out of 3 Super Bowls and an
We
AFC
didn't
championship
make it to
in between.
49.
Oh, didn't you go to the AFC championship though?
In 49?
Oh no, you didn't.
No.
Who did we beat that year? Jacksonville. No, was Jacksonville 51 or 49?
No, Jacksonville was 51.
Baltimore.
We went to 48, lost, and then I think we lost to the Colts in the playoffs that year. That was the year you beat the shit out of the Colts. That was
it was the
Deflategate.
Colts. It was the Colts. Yeah, you're right. It was Deflategate. Brian Blessing.
That was
RIP.
Deflategate.
I love you, man.
Super Bowl hangover is real, but they won't lose. They're gonna go 10-7. I have them 10-7. Probably might get a wild card. But everyone's sucking their dick. They're still young. They went 10-7 last year and just got hot in the playoffs.
Joe Boo.
Well, yeah, he's hurt. He's coming off of that knee.
The Burrow and the Chase connection, you can't underestimate.
We'll see. And I have Baltimore only at 11-6, so one game better.
So that's interesting.
That's just. I think they're the best roster in that division.
This Baltimore is 10.5 win total. I took the under, so you would take the over.
Mm-hmm.
Cincy is 9.5.
I'm taking the over on that.
I took the over on that. Yeah. I got Cincy winning the division, but I don't have anybody else making the playoffs. Like, I think Lamar's time has passed. His window has closed. He's not.
I
the
would somewhat
unstoppable
agree.
force.
I just don't see anybody else in the division taking it over.
I think it's Cincy's division now.
And then of the coaches, I think Tomlin just doesn't have the talent, and then Harbaugh's far and away the best coach with decent talent in that division. Zach Taylor just got lucky, and I don't even know who the Cleveland coach is. So Stefanski, I think it's
Kevin
Stefanski.
yeah,
I think it's still
sounds
Stefanski.
Yep.
So I got Baltimore, Cincy, Pitt, and Cleveland. So Baltimore for me.
I got Cincy winning it. Write that down.
Let's jump to the NFC, I guess.
Yeah, let's just do North.
This is gonna be fun for me because I'm hoping I don't have what you have. We can agree the Bears are last.
No.
Oh shit! I've got the Bears last.
So you got the Bears worse than the Detroit Lions?
I have the Lions second in the division.
I don't know which camera to look at, but I'm looking at them both. Like,
This one.
what?
This one.
Is this guy for real? Is he for real?
I have Detroit at 9-8.
We should call Detroit Jeff and got him on.
I got Detroit at 9-8. See, this is Bears guy's division. Sadly, Bears guy couldn't be here. He told me to say that he thought the Bears might win 5. Win 5 games. I've got him at 4-13.
There is not a schedule that I looked at except for the Bears and the Patriots. And the Bears, I thought they were the better team in 7 out of their 17 games. So their over win total is 5.5, and I picked over.
Okay. I would have gone under.
What is your reasoning for Detroit?
I just feel like they finally got a good coach. They're not going to make stupid decisions.
They had a great coach, and they fired him.
Caldwell?
No.
Matty P?
Yeah, and now he's the offensive coordinator. Not in title. He'll get that soon enough. I love the Patricia's deal.
So, you know their two coordinators are Deuce Staley and Aaron Glenn?
Oh, really? That's nice. I know those guys. Deuce.
Yeah.
Remember
Deuce is the offensive coordinator, and Aaron Glenn is the defensive coordinator in Detroit.
Deuce Staley and Deuce McAllister were like dropping deuces.
Yeah.
That was my fantasy
really like
team
the
that I
coach.
never had that I should have.
I like the coach Campbell. He's a football guy. They had Jim Schwartz, and I liked that guy years ago.
That was like a decade ago.
Yeah, I liked him.
Remember when
I
he
feel like Dan
fought a
Campbell
guy?
was in the same. Yeah, it was Harbaugh.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Jim Harbaugh.
It was
Michigan
Harbaugh. Yeah. Michigan head coach fighting another Michigan head coach. They're on Hard Knocks right now, and I hear nothing but good things about the show and about the team and these coordinators. And Jared Goff has been to a Super Bowl. Obviously, it was on the coattails of kind of a really good defense and Todd Gurley. And damn, Todd Gurley fell off the face of the earth, huh?
Yeah.
You get for going to Georgia.
That's what you get for going to Georgia, Sony Michelle.
Nick
But
Goff is
Jake
won in the
Fromm.
playoffs, and he's won games.
Herschel
and-
Walker.
Have you seen his girlfriend?
Who?
Just look up Jared Goff. Girlfriend.
Jared Goff's girlfriend?
There's a whole bit on she was at a swimsuit shoot,
Oh.
and they told her like mid shoot that the Lions won that game with that game-winning drive, and then they show it to her, and she's like so happy. She probably really doesn't give a fuck about football, but she's like, "Hey, I'm dating a quarterback, and Goff's not a bad looking dude."
I think I'm better looking than Jared Goff. I mean, I don't have the money, but I'd bang me over him. What?
Kristen Harper or something is her name.
I'm not looking at her name. I'm looking at her chest. What?
Oh yeah, no, go find the thing where she's on the swimsuit shoot. She got tons of hate. They're like, "You should have been at the game supporting your guy." And then she's like, "Well, if I was at the game and not doing my job, they'd be like, you should be even working."
Yeah, you can't win.
You can't win
when
with
you're-
these people. Stopes.
What camera?
That one.
That is Jared Goff's girlfriend, kids.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I'm just
Can't keep the
saying.
man down. That's why Detroit is going to go over 500 this year. You heard it here, folks. You heard it here. They got that guy Amon Ra, Amon Day,
Yeah,
Imhotep,
yeah, I've heard of him.
Anaxunamun.
An ox on the moon. He's dropping mummy references, folks. Brendan Fraser in the house.
His name is Amon Ra St. Brown. Like,
Yeah, that's what it is.
his dad was like a Mr. Universe, I guess.
Like Arnold?
Yeah,
Nice.
and he's like the strength and conditioning coach or something. He was on Hard Knocks. He had like part in the episode, and he's talking shit to Kevin Durant. He's like, Kevin Durant has never done a calf raise in his life, which is probably true.
I don't like Kevin Durant.
Nobody likes Kevin Durant.
either. I'm glad he
He did
stayed
go to
with
Texas.
the Brooklyns.
Yeah, I've got Green Bay at 8 and 9. I'm just throwing that out there.
He's got a losing record for the Fudge Packers.
Yep. Bears guy would agree with me.
Well, Green Bay is the most overrated. Well, I don't want to say Green Bay is overrated. Aaron Rodgers is overrated, and they, lost their best wide receiver.
Yeah, there's no more Devontae. He's got nobody to throw to.
Is Randall Cobb back?
I think so, but he's like 100 years old.
Is Don Beebe out of retirement?
I don't know. Sterling Sharp,
Sterling Sharp's back.
Donald Driver.
Donald Driver driving back to Lambeau.
Who's the other one? Antonio Freeman.
How's that?
He did
Do you
what?
know?
Right? To
Driving
quote
my
the
Fiat.
Mike
You
Al
really
Michaels.
get to see it. Yeah. Damn. I do not have Green Bay winning the division either. So.
I have them at 8 and 9. They're not gonna make the playoffs.
So you have Mini winning the division?
Did you want to see another funny shit? Look up Aaron's new girl.
Aaron
She's
Rodgers?
apparently a witch. I forget her name, but he's gone from like Danica Patrick to that other chick. I forget her name, but she's like somewhat famous. She was pretty hot.
Olivia Munn?
Oh, I think that was in there too, but
Olivia Wilde?
Cherie.
Olivia...
Her name was like Cherie something. Sheree Woodard or something.
Sheree. What was Sheree's last name?
Sheree?
Yeah, the only
Campbell,
Sheree.
I think.
Sheree. Whatever happened to her? Shame she.
She's probably still in Reno, man.
She was so fucking sexy. Yeah, baby. Ooh. Sorry. I just got my ticket to the Rebel game.
Anyway, this girl's like a witch, and she like does fucking trippy ass shit, and he got a new tattoo that like means some bullshit, and talking about doing like mushrooms and acid and stuff. You never saw any of this? Rogers was like admitting to it.
No, I don't.
Damn, man.
I don't pay attention to that asshole. Like,
So, but I think
Aaron
it
Rodgers
boils-
is the biggest piece of shit.
It boils
like,
down to he doesn't have anybody to throw to anymore, and I don't really think he has anybody to block for him. And I don't think Matt LeBlanc is a good head coach. So
Worst
too busy
Matt
playing Joey.
ever.
Whatever the fuck his name is.
Matt LaFleur.
Yeah.
Matt LaFleur.
Joey. He's Joey.
He was actually pretty cool when I saw him at the Pro Bowl practice. I was trying to get him to be my friend because we're both named Matt.
Yeah.
I was trying, like, I was filming. I was like, "Can you admit Aaron Rodgers is overrated?" But he ignored me. Oh, she's like, oh, dude, you know who she reminds me of? Is that, like, what's that weird chick that does her hair like that?
That's what I'm saying. She's a nut job, it looks like. She does it voodoo on me. But voodoo, I'm drinking a voodoo beer, so fuck it.
Oh, dude, but
That's the old girlfriend.
that's the old girlfriend?
That's the one. That's the one before the one he's with now.
Oh, okay. I was about to say. Oh, Danica looks good in that picture. Like, come on.
That's probably from a decade ago.
Oh, that's Shailene Woodley.
That was the old chick.
That's Shailene. Dude, why would he break up with her?
Oh, I know. Great assets.
Like, what is he doing? Alright, fuck that. We gotta talk.
But yeah, so obviously by default there I've got Minnesota winning the North.
With your boy, though, I mean, you biased. Like, I mean, you guys have been following us for years. If you've been following us for years, you know Pete is like the world's biggest Kirk Cousins.
I probably am next to his wife.
He
Like
might.
that,
Yeah,
the only one
this-
that's a bigger fan is probably his wife.
It's like the dude, the chick who's banging him, his mom, his dad, his kids, his grandparents, and then Pete.
Yeah.
Like, he was like, let's go. We're going to watch him when he was backing up for the
I
Commanders.
liked him in Michigan State.
Michigan State, back before when Nick Saban was coaching Michigan State. Not all that long
2012 draft. And then Shanahan knew what he was doing because Shanahan did not want to draft RG3.
And they made him.
And then he made him, and so he took Kirk Cousins in the 4th round because he knows this is the perfect quarterback for my system. San Fran should have got him. Kyle, I don't know what you were doing.
That's the other
Now
shit.
you're stuck with Trey Lance. We'll get to the NFC West.
Let's do that next.
So yeah, I got Minnesota at 12-5. I think they're the most complete team in the division.
Let's hit that over. Because I don't think I took that over. Did I take that? No, I only took Titans. I agree with that. Minnesota's win total is 9 and a hook.
Look at my finger.
I agree. I'm 100% with you on that. Sorry, I hate to say Minnesota's winning that division as well. I got the over.
I keep picking Minnesota in Bears guys teams divisions. Because
Pick the
I
Twins?
picked the Twins in the Central.
In the Wilds.
I didn't pick the Wild. Is that's not? Oh, Blackhawks.
We gotta go to a Wilds game, dude. If you ever want to go. Like, it's fly in, go to the train, take the train, train to the Viking Stadium, switch to the train to the Wild Stadium, and then go to the hotel, and then sleep, and then wake up, and then go back to the airport and fly back home. Got it all planned out. Oh, and there's a good bagel spot off the train.
My first VGK away game will probably be either Ducks, Kings, or Coyotes.
You never been to a VGK away game?
No.
For real?
Yeah. When would I have had a chance to go?
Like any time in the last 5 years?
Okay, NFC
All right.
West.
Wait, no, I didn't do my NFC North. Bears are 5.5. win total. I said they're over. I get Detroit in last because, well, it's just kind of tradition.
I'd be surprised.
Tradition under 6.5, and then I got Green Bay winning the wild card, one of the wild cards. But they're 10.5. I'm taking the under. I think 9 or 10.
They got the lizard guy, but that's it. That's all they have to throw to.
Oh, Lazard,
Yeah,
and Valdez Scantling.
I think he might still be on the roster.
You know what? Let's get Adam on the line.
Maybe later. You get Adam on the line, he's gonna take up the rest of the podcast.
All right. Well, all right. We don't have time for that. But I haven't talked to Adam in a while. I want to hang out and see how the baby's doing.
Not a baby anymore.
Baby Nolan Ryan. All right. NFC West. Who you got winning?
Rams,
Me too.
11-6.
So win total for the Rams is 10.5. I got the over.
I got the
too.
over.
Yeah.
This is a fun division though, because it's like they talk about how good like these teams are, but then it's like, oh well, San Francisco is bringing in Trey Lance. Who knows what the fuck's going on with Garoppolo?
Is Trey Lance going to start?
Yeah, they've already named him the starter.
Over Jimmy Garoppolo?
Yeah.
The guy that took him to a Super
The
Bowl.
guy that took him to a Super Bowl.
That's disrespectful.
Yeah, I know.
That's
Very.
bullshit. Are you kidding me?
No.
First they do that to Kaepernick. Now they're doing it to James Garoppolo. Jimmy G.
So.
If I'm Jimmy G, I'm like, trade me, fucker.
Well, I think he's
Jimmy G
trying
could
to.
start in the goddamn NFL. I mean,
yeah,
obviously he
absolutely.
can start in two
Absolutely.
teams
start-
in the Super
he
Bowl.
can start
He's
in
got
the NFL.
two Super Bowl rings and an NFC Championship ring. What the fuck?
I mean, you could go through this list and look at teams that would rather have Jimmy G. I would say
Basically
of all the
everybody
teams we
except
talked
New England.
about,
The only team.
Pittsburgh would take him. Cleveland would take him. I think Baltimore would take him over Lamar Jackson. Tennessee, God, they'd go undefeated almost if they had Jimmy G.
Right.
Indianapolis would probably take him over Matt Ryan.
Yeah.
Jacksonville, yeah, you got a rookie. Well, he's not a rookie, second year. The Jets, or wait a minute, the Jets. We'll get to the Jets.
Houston
would
certainly
absolutely
take him.
take him.
Atlanta would take him. The Aints would take him.
Yeah.
The Bucks would much rather have Jimmy G.
I don't know about that one.
And Suckalina for
Carolina
sure.
would rather have Jimmy G over Baker
Absolutely.
Mayfield, I think.
Bears for sure.
Bears would.
I don't even know who the Bears quarterback is. Justin
Detroit.
Fields. Detroit, absolutely.
Detroit would take.
Yeah.
They'd have to get rid of her, but
Who?
the chick, Jared Goff's chick,
Oh yeah.
she'd be gone
The
then.
chick with the breasts. Fucking Green Bay, absolutely 100%. Minnesota probably did good with Kirk Cousins.
So yeah, he should find a home rather quickly. I don't think anyone wants to make the trade for him though, and his salary is very high.
Well, it's so stupid. Like, make San Francisco eat it. They're gonna eat it anyways if he's gonna be on the bench.
Well, that's the thing. You're holding him hostage. You call up John Lynch and you're like, "Look, motherfucker, I know you're not going to start him.
Yeah,
and I'm not taking any of that salary."
Yeah, and swap like a 6 for a 4 or something in the draft. 6th round pick for a 4th round pick. So to offset this money that you're paying, that's so goddamn stupid.
I think if I'm Pittsburgh, I would do it.
Oh, I don't want Jimmy G to go.
But I think that would be like the spot.
Imagine Garoppolo and Najee Harris.
I'm just saying.
What? That'd be awesome. I love James Garoppolo. Probably he's my
Tennessee, he would be
he's my
great there.
third favorite quarterback. Is Jimmy
Tennessee
Garoppolo.
would be perfect.
Favorite
Run the
quarterbacks:
game a lot.
1 Mac
Play
Jones,
action.
2 Jalen Hurts, 3 Jimmy Garoppolo, 4 Brian Hoyer, 5 the guy that we drafted that plays 3rd string,
Stidham.
Zappy. No, I hate Stidham.
So
Fuck Auburn.
I do have San Francisco at 10-7. Like I get you got the first year quarterback here, Trey Lance, but their defense is probably the best in the league. I think their defense is the best in the league. Bosa's just a monster.
Dude, but the Bosa
Their linebackers.
is fucking insane, dude. Yeah, you can't. Stop.
And obviously, I'm a little biased because Baby Shanahan is the head coach. But yeah, I got him at 10-7. I got LA at 11-6. I also have the Cardinals at 10-7, but I think San Francisco wins the tiebreaker. And then I've got Seattle at 4-13 because Geno Locke. Who knows what they're going to be? Who knows what their quarterback situation is going to be?
I agree with you that the Rams are going to win the division. I have Arizona and San Francisco pretty much on par as well. Niners win total is 10. I got the over there. Cards win total is 8.5.
Over.
I got the over there. The big question is those first 6 games with DeAndre Hopkins out. What happens if they can go 4-2? It's up to Kyler. If they can go 4-2, they're going to be fine when Hopkins comes back.
Fitzy's not coming back, right?
Fitzy.
Still got AJ Green.
He's in essence retired. They lost Edmonds. They lost Kirk, but JJ Watt's going to be healthy.
Julie Ertz's husband. He's good at catching the football.
Julie Ertz's husband, Chandler Jones is in Vegas, and Seattle at 5.5 under. I gotta pee because we're halfway through.
Are we?
Yeah, that's 4 divisions, isn't it?
Damn, it's taking forever.
It might be 5.
I think that's the 5th.
So 5 divisions.
I really like. I could make a case for any of the 3 out of the 4 NFC West teams, though. It could click with Kyler. Like, it kind of has clicked, but it could really click. He got the new contract. Everybody's giving him shit about wanting to play Call of Duty over actually reading the playbook. There was even a playbook clause. Not a playbook clause. A watching film clause in his contract, which was ridiculous, and I can't believe that actually got released to the public. But that's got to be just embarrassing. So maybe it'll be like a wake-up call to him, and he'll like really step it up. Hopefully he's not, gimmicked out like Lamar Jackson. He throws way better than Lamar, but he still is like 5'2". So
that's it. He's little, but he's still good. He's got a good arm. He's got good vision.
I think he's got a good arm.
See.
I'm not mad at him, and so that's why I have him at 10-7. We'll see what Trey Lance can do. Again, he could go off, and then their defense is just insane. They could easily go 13-4.
I didn't realize Trey Lance was starting, so I might change my mind on that. But I think Trey Lance could take him. They could go 13-4. They could go 4-13.
Yeah, I agree. They could, but I think the defense is too good to. They're gonna win games 13-10.
Yeah.
17-16, stuff like that. LA is probably gonna have to outscore people. I don't know if you saw that Aaron Donald got in a fight at the practice and grabbed 2 different helmets and was swinging them like Myles Garrett.
No shit.
Yeah.
Like, was it a joint practice?
Yeah, there's with Cincy. I'm like, why the fuck are you scheduling a joint practice with a team that you just beat in the Super Bowl?
Who scheduled that? That's terrible. Like I don't mind. Like Patriots are here in Vegas doing a joint practice with the Raiders, but that's because
there's no animosity in history there, other than the Tuck rule. But that's
long
2 decades ago.
Yeah. That exists in the fans' minds, but hey, listen, the coaches are BFFs, and we got a lot of player connections with Chandler Jones and Brandon Bolden and a whole bunch of former Patriots on the Raiders. But goddamn, like a Super Bowl matchup,
that's just stupid.
Whoever thought that was a good idea.
It'd be McVay.
God, what?
That's another one if you want to look it up. McVay's wife.
Oh yeah. Well, that was the reason they traded Goff. Did you hear that? Because Goff had written there was a group text with all Rams players. It was all Rams players, and Goff had texted on that group text that he wants to fuck McVay's wife, and so that got back to McVay, and then McVay was trade him, get rid of him.
Give me Stafford.
Which was reported live here first on Fast Talk Podcast. I don't know if you guys remember that. That was reported live here, Fast Talk. We stole it from somebody else that got it, but so technically we were second, but nobody else was live. They just stuck some shit on the internet, and we got it.
Yeah, but I'm really excited to see this NFC West. I'm not gonna lie. I'll probably watch a bunch of Niners and Rams and Cardinals
NFC
games.
best for the second year in a row.
That's all the NFC, right? We got through it.
No, we
didn't get to the East yet.
You want to do the East, or do you want to do the AFC West?
Well, I figured that's our divisions are the East and the West of the AFC, so I thought we'd save them.
Let's do the NFC East, and then we'll do
So my decision was changed today because I heard that their left tackle Tyron Smith is out now, and if you can't block anybody, you're not going to win a lot of games. I would have had the Cowboys easily winning this division, but with him out, I've got them at 9-8. So their defense is insanely good as well. Like up there with the San Francisco defense, Micah Parsons is a freaking monster.
Trayvon
Diggs is my guy.
What the fuck, man? He's my guy.
He's my guy. I like that guy.
You can't take my guy.
I'm not trying to take your guy. Got enough guys.
Roll Tide, baby.
But I can't pick them without a quality left tackle. So until they fix that situation or patch that hole, I can't pick them. So I'm gonna go with Philadelphia, winning the NFC East.
Quarterback by who?
Quarterback by Jalen Hurts. 11-7. So don't get your super excited. It's not the best. I got Philly at 11-7, Dallas at 9-8. The Giants are 6-11, and the newly anointed Commanders at 4-13.
How do you have them at 11-7?
Is that wrong?
Yeah, they play next.
11-6.
I was like,
11-6. I'm sorry.
It used to be 11-5. How did they get 11-7?
I don't know why I wrote 7. 11-6.
All right.
I won't denote them a win. I will take a loss away from them.
Yeah. Goodbye, losses. Well, we'll get into the playoffs later, but I got Dallas. Their win total is 10.5.
That might not be.
I got an under.
I would take the under on that.
Philly, I got winning the division. Because, again, Jalen Hurts. I mean, like, all he does is win, no matter what. I mean, how can you not love Jalen Hurts? Did you guys see him on TikTok today? So, I don't know. Somebody asked him about his grandma. He was just talking about his grandma. He's like, there's only foods that my grandma makes that I will only eat grandma's food. And I was like, now I want to eat Grandma Hertz's chitlins. I don't even know what a chitlin is, but I want to eat Grandma Hertz's chitlins. So, Grandma Hertz, if you're watching this, I know you're not, but I love your grandson, and send some chitlins to Fast Talk Podcast, please.
We'll eat it on here.
Courtesy of White Eagle Tavern, Las Vegas, Nevada. 89145. Yeah, we'll eat them on here, and we'll, like, even if we don't like them, we'll pretend that we do.
Well, not only do they have your boy Jalen, you got Devontae Smith.
Heisman Trophy winner Devontae Smith. How can you not love him? Darius Slate. The Eagles is a great team. Dallas is good too.
It's not that I love Philadelphia; it's that I hate every other team in the NFC East.
You hate the notion. You hate Philadelphia.
Well,
the city.
But it's not. I'm picking them to win. Like Dallas, you don't have a left tackle. The Giants, I hate Daniel Jones. I think I recall being on here saying, "Hey, you never know. Give Daniel Jones a shot." The word out is because he worked with Peyton Manning's quarterback coach, Sutcliffe.
Why does Peyton Manning have a quarterback coach? Shouldn't Peyton Manning be the quarterback coach?
Back in the day, and this guy was at Duke, and Daniel Jones was at Duke, and so I was like, well, maybe this kid will work. Clearly he's not. Saquon Barkley can't stay healthy. So I'm out on the Giants. Commanders, Carson Wentz, not the answer. Donovan McNabb, you're trying to take all the Eagles quarterbacks and put them on the gold and burgundy or whatever the fuck they are, and it doesn't work. Carson Wentz isn't going to work in D.C.
Did you see that video of when somebody was asking Carson Wentz, like, hey, so clearly Philadelphia didn't want you, didn't think you were any good, and then Indianapolis didn't want you, didn't think you were any good, so what do you think about Washington? And I'm like, first off, what a dick question to ask. Why would you say that? But Carson Wentz, to his credit, was very cool and calm and collected and didn't give that guy any shit whatsoever. I would have punched the guy in the face and well, I would have gone Belichick on him and been like, next question.
Well, I would have been like, well, your mom wanted this dig, so...
Right? But, I think he's He's poised and he's ready to go. Washington's win total is 7.5.
Oh, way under. I would have stuck him with Heineken.
I got the under. To me,
Is this Riverboat Ron? Is that still the coach?
yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Washington goes on a run and wins the division. Not at all. But I just don't know if there's enough pieces. There's a lot of Bama guys on that team. Lots of Bama guys.
The only guys I know, McLaurin is Ohio State. Wentz is North Dakota.
And Chase Young's out for the year.
No,
And
another Ohio State.
yeah, Giants. I think. Do you have the Giants in last?
No, second to last. They had Washington last.
Okay.
But again, like I said, I don't trust Daniel Jones, and Saquon always gets hurt.
Their win total is 7. And
Victor Cruz. There's
I
no
didn't touch it.
Amani Toomer.
Yeah, Monty Toomer is not walking through that door. Ike Hilliard is not walking through that door.
Mario
and
Manningham
Plaxico
isn't
Burress
even
is
walking
not
through
walking
that door.
through Eli Manning and Jeff Hostetler are not walking through that door. Lawrence Taylor and Phil Simms and O.C. Umenyiora are not
O.C.
walking through that door.
Justin Tuck.
Justin Tuck and Mark Herzlich.
Is there any New York team that's worth a shit? Mets. Mets are good.
Yeah, the Mets are good.
Mets are good.
Pete Alonso, Polar Bear. Former Vegas 51s.
Let's think Knicks suck.
Knicks are trash. Oh, I'm going to the Nets game. Nets play the Pacers the day before the Patriots play the Jets, so I'm going to that game. I'm going to check out the
Rangers are
Barclays.
good.
Fuck that shit.
Gallant. Hockey icon, baby.
Hockey icon Gerard Gallant. I wonder if that girl that I was telling you about on TikTok is related to Gerard Gallant.
But, yeah,
ask
everyone's always intrigued with the NFC East. But
Probably not.
that division hasn't been worth a shit in a long time. Philly
No.
did win the Super Bowl. But
I was about to say, when was the last time a team from the East won the Super Bowl? Philly. But then before that, you got to go back to Dallas in '94.
no, well,
Oh yeah,
those don't exist.
Don't-
But
we-
we don't talk
Handful.
about Eli. No.
Can I steal that? Let's
Yeah,
can we write that
You
song?
gotta ask Lin-Manuel about
We don't
that.
talk about Eli. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna steal that. I'm just writing it down here.
Eli too. Yeah, what is it? What's the fucker's name? David Tyree.
Yeah.
Tyree on his helmet. No.
Can you imagine Brady would have 9 Super Bowls for that fucking team?
Rodney couldn't knock the ball.
Not to mention
off
the
his
one he threw for
helmet.
500 fucking yards. 500 fucking yards. Who throws for 500 yards and loses? I'll give you a clue. The guy I told you earlier who fucking I hate. I didn't hate him then. I
All
loved
right.
him.
East.
All right, let's do
I think the West is the most interesting division. So.
It's certainly got a very intriguing aspect of it. Let's do the AFC East.
Jets are last. You got the Jets last.
Obviously, the Jets are last.
They
Their
suck.
win total is 5.5. They're garbage. They
Yeah,
might win 2.
The BYU kid has just already sprained his knee.
And then
I don't even know their backup. Is it Ryan Fitzpatrick? Oh no, it's Flacco.
no way. Is it
Flacco-
really?
Flacco
Oh
is
yeah,
the
yeah,
kid's
that's right. Joe
backup.
Flacco. And then after the Jets are garbage. Obviously, Miami is going to finish in 3rd.
I do have them third.
Their win total is 8.5.
I have them at 9-8. I have Miami at 9-8.
Oh damn, you're giving them a winning record.
Tyreek, yo. You just throw a screen pass to him and he'll score.
I honestly, I think that
They've got 2 kids that you could do that. Like Tyreek and
I'm gonna do this right now. Over under Tua games started.
12.
You think he's gonna start 12 games?
Shit. No, actually, I think he's going to start all 17, but you could put your over under at 12.
No shit.
I think he will start all 17 games.
All right. Well, I'm taking the under on that, and you're giving me. What are you giving me on that? Give me some money on that shit.
Oh no, I won't bet that.
I
Can't I think of the other
I
kids?
think it's 7, dude. Tua starts 7.
Oh.
And don't get me wrong, I love Tua. Tua's my boy, but I just don't think he's right. Miami is a shit show right now with all that shit about.
Oh, the owner and Brady and
Yeah,
Sean Payton.
and there's just way too much, and it just
Their coach
fucked with
doesn't
Tua.
even look like a football coach. He's like an analytics nerd.
I don't even know who their coach
Mike
is.
or McDonald something. Old McDonald.
Oh, the guy with a farm.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
He's got glasses and he just looks like a nerd. He's apparently a football analytics guy. And
Like fucking Jonah Hill in Moneyball. Paul DePodesta.
he
Who
kind of
actually
reminds
Paul
me.
DePodesta works for the Browns.
He kind of reminds me of the guy the Bears had, Tressman.
Oh shit. Okay. I gotta look this up. Look up dirty guy.
I got the Dolphins at 9-8. I got the Jets at 4-13. I've got
Don't say it, focus me.
Northeastern team at 10-7, and another Northeastern team at 13-4.
Damn, you're giving the Pats 4 losses?
Well, they're not the team I have.
I'm
at 13.
giving them like I'm giving them like 2. So Patriots win-loss.
Red, white, and blue team is winning the AFC East.
The Patriots win-loss is 8.5.
Over.
That's clearly over and a half. And Buffalo's is 11,
Oh,
and
over.
a half.
That's the best team in the league.
It's tough.
That's the best team in the league.
I get the under on that simply because I think they're gonna go 11-6. Buffalo's a good team. Buffalo's a great team last year, and they got better. They got OJ Howard.
13-4.
They got Von Miller. They didn't lose anybody except for their backup quarterback. Buffalo's a good team, and if they stay healthy, they're gonna win a lot of games. Unfortunately, New England is a better team with a better coach and a better quarterback.
Better
and
coach. I'll give you a better coach.
A better everything. Better stadium. Better fans.
I'll give you a better stadium.
Better food. Better owner. Better.
You're gonna what
better
what
merchandise.
New
better
England food
alternative
do you
jersey.
put up against the Buffalo wing?
Clam chowder.
I can't give clam chowder my vote over a Buffalo wing.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I can't give clam chowder my vote over a Buffalo wing.
Well, you're saying it wrong. First of all,
Chowder.
chowder.
I can give.
That's because you never had the clam chowder at Funko Field
I can give.
or Climate Pledge
drink
Arena.
Sam Adams over whatever Buffalo makes.
Yeah, right. What does Buffalo have? Like, would you take Dave Gosher over Brian Blessing?
Probably. Bruce Almighty though. That's Buffalo.
Steve Carell.
Yeah. I do the cha-cha like a sissy girl.
Michael Scott.
Um,
Also Jim Halpert.
they're the only team I got with 13 wins. Best team in the league.
You fucking believe this?
Honestly, I
You
think
guys-
they might even go 14-3, 15-2. They probably lose one of the Pats. Maybe in Gillette,
Probably both.
Foxborough, whatever that is called.
The Blade.
But I think the Pats do make the playoffs, so
Yeah, well, obviously that's what happens when you win the division, Pete.
let's see if Mac Jones can have a good sophomore season.
So
There's no McDaniels anymore. He gone.
think about this. Brady's second year, Brady won the Super Bowl. His first year, he missed the playoffs. Mac's first year, he made the playoffs. So that makes him better than Brady.
At the
better,
moment,
better than winning the Super Bowl. You can't get better than that. So
you
obviously,
can get better than that. You go undefeated all the way through.
Ooh, okay.
Well, they're not.
I'm not saying he's gonna win. He's gonna go undefeated. Excuse me. I think he's gonna maybe lose.
I can't name a receiver on your
games.
roster at this moment.
Devontae Parker, Kendrick Bourne, Nelson Aguilar, Jonnu Smith, Jacoby Myers.
I'm waiting for a name that scares me.
Oh, let me restart. Devontae Parker, Nelson Aguilar, Kendrick Bourne, Jacoby
Myers, I like. I like that kid. Yeah, he wears 16. So
You know who's in Vegas this week?
him.
Jules.
Oh, he ain't on the roster.
I know.
Gronk ain't on the roster. Aaron Hernandez ain't on the roster.
Well, he's dead.
Logan Minkins ain't on the roster.
I think he's retired.
Nate Solder ain't on the roster.
He gone. I think he's with the Giants.
Possible.
That's very good. Like, knowing the offensive line.
They're always playing the fucking playoff games, and I always see the introductions.
I don't even know. Where
You had the
Logan
one. Your whole
Manson's
offense was white. It was 10 white guys, and then your one right tackle was black. But I can't remember his name.
Shaq Mason.
Maybe. But literally, it was like Amendola, Edelman, Gronk, Mankins, Solder, fucking
David Andrews.
yeah, Brady, Kevin, or fucking.
What about our running backs? James White,
Yeah.
Damien Harris,
No, but you would start like the white guy, Rex, sexy
Danny
Rexy.
Woodhead,
and Rex,
Rex Burkhead.
and then you had an all white starting lineup, except for the one right tackle. It was black.
Our defense all black.
Mhm.
Hall of Famer Richard Seymour, Hall of Famer Rodney Harrison. I don't know if he's a Hall of Famer. He should be. Tyler Otis Smith. Did you watch Richard Seymour's Hall of Fame speech? I suggest it highly. If for all of our watchers, our viewers, if you haven't watched Richard Seymour's Hall of Fame speech, watch it. It's awesome. He talks a lot about the. It was actually really cool how he transitioned. You know, he said when he was in New England, he talked about all the guys that taught him how to be a consummate professional and a winner in the NFL. And then when he went to the Raiders, how he was able to use those skills that he learned from those guys and become that guy to the young players on the Raiders. And it was really cool, you know, like the Raiders have become my third NFL team behind the Pats and the Cards, just because they're here. I'm a season ticket holder, and obviously the Raiders' success is good for the city that I live in.
I agree with that. The Raiders' success is good. Good for
And-
me financially.
Yeah, and
Selling tickets.
like it was cool to see them show like Mr. Kraft and Mr. Davis, you know, two guys that I got nothing but love and respect for, and Seymour.
That's cool. I'm sure
just-
seems like an intelligent guy and probably had a really good a Hall of Fame speech. Who's on those teams that isn't in the Hall of Fame yet? Is Will Fork?
Not yet. He's due up.
Ty Law?
Law is in the Hall. Yeah,
What about Brandon Merriweather?
not a chance. I don't think Merriweather
Samuel?
played with.
I think Asante Samuel should be in the Hall of Fame.
He wasn't good long enough. You need to have like a good decade to be in the Hall of Fame.
What about McGinnis?
No, he's not in
Brewski?
the Hall. Brewski's not in the Hall.
Vrabel?
No.
Let's get on this NFL.
Yeah, seriously. Like, Vrabel might eventually get in because of his coaching career. And McGinnis, I
I don't know how Willie McGinnis isn't in the Hall of Fame.
I really believe McGinnis should be there. I love him. I'll always remember, and I don't remember whether it was 49 or 51. It was one of the Super Bowls where they sent him to, like, greet the Patriots when they were getting off the plane, you know, and it's like the week before, it's like the Monday or something of the week before, and McGinnis just gets off the plane, and or the Patriots are getting off the plane. McGinnis is there at the end of the staircase, and he knows like 3/4 of those guys, and it was just like big hugs to Belichick and Brady and all the guys, Mr. Kraft, of course. And it is just so cool because, yeah, he went to play for another team after he left. But
didn't?
He's always been
They all did.
a consummate Patriot. No,
Seymour
Gerard
did. Will Fork did. McGinnis did.
Mayo didn't.
He retired.
McCourty didn't.
Isn't he the one that said he'd rather retire than play for another team?
Yeah.
Gerard Mayo. Asante Samuel went to the Eagles.
Fuck
Yeah.
yeah, he did.
All of them went to another team.
They all suck.
Because Belichick knows when to let them go.
Yeah, when their contracts are up.
Yeah.
But it's, you know, it's something, and I'll always remember, you know, going back to McGinnis, like, McGinnis wore number 55 for the Patriots, and then, you know, after he went to Cleveland to go play with Romeo, Junior Seau came to New England.
That's right.
And
Okay.
Seau, you know, obviously 55, right? He actually called Willie McGinnis and asked him if it was okay if he wore number 55. And McGinnis, like, he goes, like, fuck yeah.
You're
Like,
Junior Seau.
You're the reason I wore 55. Like, USC dudes. You know, they're both USC dudes. Like, I wore 55 because of you. So yes, you can have my number because my number is your number.
Remember the USC that had the 3 linebackers that were all supposed to be like the shit? Cushing, Maluga, and Clay Matthews.
And whatever happened to them.
I think Matthews had the best career.
Clay Matthews had like
because he was the pass
only
rusher.
decent career, yeah.
Maluga went to Cincinnati. Cushing went to Houston and couldn't stay away from the steroids. I mean, most of the time, those USC linebackers are good.
What was that other guy that used to play for Pittsburgh?
Palomalu?
Yeah.
Palamalu?
Palamalu. Palamalu. Yeah.
I
With
feel
the
like
headed shoulders.
back in the day, you were either an Ed Reed fan or you were a Palomalu fan.
What if you were neither?
So I was an Ed Reed fan, 100%. You know that there was only one non-patriot, the Belichick.
That was the only
Appreciate
guy.
it. It was Ed Reed.
Ed Reed was like purely a Belichick dude, and it was amazing, like that he loved him so much. And I remember like the year, like a couple years ago, Patriots started off the season 8-0, and then they played Baltimore on a Sunday night, and fucking Ed Reed was there. Pats are walking in to the stadium. Fucking Ed Reed is out there, and I always remember the NBC cameras caught this shit, and Brady goes, "Ah, shit, you're here? Now we're gonna fucking lose." And it's like, yeah, like, cause Ed Reed, look, I mean, there's a lot of unlikable guys that played for the Ravens over the years. A lot of unlikable guys, specifically that murderer dude.
I didn't really like the other guy either. Sucks.
Yeah, Terrell. Well, he's ASU Cardinals guy too. But Ed Reed, like that motherfucker, he was just so good, and like he just had our number, dude. He had our number, and it was funny because Tommy knew, like, shit, just you fucking being in the building just fucks with my mojo. We haven't lost a game all year. We done before we even step on the field because of your fucking asses here. Who the fuck invited you?
Then he went to Houston for a couple of years.
Yeah, shit, fucking Ed Reed. Like, I don't know how Belichick hasn't called him up and asked him to, like,
Probably
come coach the
has.
secondary.
I don't feel like Ed Reed's a coach. I think if he's gonna coach anywhere, it's gonna be at the U.
Can you have, like, is safety coach a position?
I'm sure secondary coach. Secondary coach is a position.
Yeah, like you.
But like it's like Michael Jordan being a coach. Peyton Manning being a coach.
Manning could be a coach.
I
firmly believe
Peyton Manning could not be a coach.
I firmly believe Peyton Manning could
Manning would expect you to watch the hours upon hours upon hours of film that he did.
See, and that's the thing.
No one is wired like that. Same with Mike. Like, that's why Mike is not a coach.
I believe Peyton Manning could do anything that he put his mind to. Like, if he wanted, like, if Peyton Manning wanted to, like, beat Serena, Peyton Manning could beat Serena.
Who do you think is the greatest player coach?
You mean player like turned coach?
No, like a fucking Hall of Famer in both. There isn't one.
Bill Russell.
That's tainted.
What do you mean that's tainted?
Like, look at the player coaches.
Fucking legit.
Like, Vrabel was good, but he was not elite. He's not elite. Who was a player coach? Rivera. I don't remember. Jack Del Rio.
Varitek.
Who's he coaching?
Red Sox.
He's not the head coach.
No, he's not. But he's still good. I mean, don't get me wrong. We're in last place. All right, shut my mouth.
But Varitek is not up there with
they're not gonna
elite catchers. Like, he's not Yadi Molina. Although I really believe that Yadi Molina is going to be a great fucking manager one day.
All catchers always make the best managers, dude. Yeah, absolutely. The problem is with Yadi, like, if he goes to manage the Cardinals, like, and
he is going to.
This is the issue with Varitek. This is why the Red Sox won't name a manager, is because you have to fire him at some point or another. And the Red Sox won't name Varitek the manager because they don't want to have to fire him.
That's a good point. Well, Oliver Marmol is our coach, and
doing a pretty decent job this year. I don't even know. What about?
there isn't. See, that's what I'm saying. Tim Duncan is on our bench, but he's not the head coach.
Becky Hammond.
She wasn't that great of a player.
What are you talking about? She had fucking all these records. She was a great fucking player. Fucking Olympian.
Dawn Staley was a good player.
Dawn Staley,
And
yeah.
she's a great coach.
I think Becky Hammond was a better
I would say Dawn. Sorry, Becky, I love you. I do love you, but Dawn Staley, I think, was a better player. But you don't see those chicks. Like Cheryl Swoops ain't coaching anywhere. Lisa Leslie ain't coaching anywhere. Rebecca Lobo ain't coaching anywhere.
She's doing ESPN.
Cynthia Cooper ain't coaching anywhere. I'm trying to list off OG WNBAers. You know, Reggie Miller ain't coaching anywhere. LeBron sucks. That guy would be a horrible coach.
LeBron is a horrible person.
I'm just saying, no one's a great coach. That's why Elway's not the coach. He sucks as a fucking general manager, VP too. That's why he lets.
Larry Bird.
Okay, I'll give you that. I'll give you Larry Bird. I will.
I don't know why I didn't come up with that right away. Like, that should have been the first thing I said. Larry Bird was a great coach and a great player.
And a great GM. He's a front office guy in Indiana still.
Yeah, he probably, like, I mean, he won MVPs. I think he won Coach of the Year, and I think he won Executive of the Year or something. And I think Magic might have too.
Look at your OG coaches. Like Popovich never really played. Belichick never really played.
Ooh, I should bring my Belichick book.
Saban. You know, even back like the football guys. Bear Bryant, he probably played, but
Forrest Gump.
Mac Brown. Yeah, Vince Young.
Not to be confused with Mac Jones. Mac Jones will be a great coach one day after he wins 7 Super Bowls as a player.
All right, I am curious to see what you've got for the AFC West because I'm biased. So your ratings are going to be more to the nature than mine are.
You're not gonna like it. I do have 3 teams from the West. Making the
Yeah,
playoffs.
I think I do too. I'm gonna plug this power in here. Should still have the power plug down here. Oh shit, I don't. Well, let's hope the battery doesn't die.
All right, we'll do it quick. I can't see you winning the division
Fuck that.
because of Pat Mahomes, and until somebody shows me some reason why Pat Mahomes
Fair enough.
can't win the
That's a
division.
fair argument.
10.5 is their win total. I got the over.
I got the over. I got them at 11-6.
And I got 2 wild card teams out of the West, and they are the Chargers. Their win total is 10.5. I got the under, and the other team I have winning the wild card is Josh McDaniels, Las Vegas Raiders, whose win total is 8.5, and I got the over. And I have Denver in last, but I still believe they are a 9-8
9
team.
and 8.
At least
Legit
maybe
argument.
10-7.
Yeah, I mean, legit argument. You don't know. You don't know what Russell Wilson's gonna do.
I got nothing but love for Russell Wilson. I love Russell Wilson. He's a great quarterback. I just
He's old. Sure.
It's like it's not Russ. It's the rest of the team. It's the rest of the team. That's all.
I've got the Chargers under 500 actually at 8 and 9.
I would love to see that, dude. Because I'm honestly afraid of Justin Herbert. They get so many good players though. Jackson's out for the first couple games. He's been hurt.
I'm not sold on Jackson. They traded for Khalil Mack, who I think is over the hill.
Right.
They got the Bosa though.
They got the Bosa.
You can't bet against the Bosa.
And they got
Great defense.
They got that Derwin James fella.
Yeah, he good. I'm not sold on the coach,
Austin
Staley.
Eckler. Don Staley is coaching the
Yeah, Don
Chargers
Staley is
now?
coaching the Chargers.
Damn, she's just fucking amazing.
She's everywhere. I've got the Chargers at 8 and 9. I've got the Josh McDaniels led Raiders at 9 and 8. I think that one breaks down to Derek Carr.
It is all in Derek Carr. I think like Adams is a huge piece, dude. Adams and Waller.
And Waller. As long as Waller's healthy. Because if Waller's healthy, then you can't double Adams. And then they got the Renfro kid. That kid gets open on thirds downs.
Not to be
and he
confused with
gets
the
with them.
baseball Renfro.
The Renfro kid. I couldn't name a lineman for him other than the Leatherhead kid that they're gonna hurt.
Chandler Jones.
No, offensive lineman.
Alex Leatherwood.
Yeah, I'm saying other than him. So I mean, you got to go against the Chargers, who we've already said sounds like a pretty good pass rush.
Yeah.
We have an insane pass rush
Yeah.
between Chubb and now Randy Gregory, provided he's healthy.
And Von Miller is gone.
Von Miller is gone. I honestly cannot believe he didn't sign back in Denver.
Right? Fucker went to Buffalo.
Especially
God
because
damn.
it was after we got Wilson, so you would think, oh hey, we signed Russell Wilson, like come back. But maybe he was like, well fuck you, you traded me.
Possibly.
Like I got love for Denver, but not at the moment because you traded me. I got Kansas City at 11-6 because Mahomes.
That's it. Rolling with my homies. All right. Before we get to the playoffs, I'm gonna pee.
But obviously, I mean, I can talk for days on. We had all the pieces but a quarterback, and now we got a quarterback. So
That's it. Yeah, that's the key.
there's no reason to think that this team can't go 12-5, 13-4. Because the whole problem was that motherfuckers were turning the ball over. Bridgewater turned the ball over. Drew Lock turned the ball over. Paxton Lynch turned the ball over. You put the defense in a bad situation. Our defense is really good. And so now they don't have their backs against the wall because Russell Wilson isn't going to turn the ball over. So it gets to a point where, a punt isn't the worst thing in the world because you trust your